Hello. Hi, good evening. It is 9:51 p.m. Tuesday, November 10th, 2020. Decided to come live on YouTube on the desktop because the quality just seems to be better than the Facebook to talk about this extremely important subject. I'm a TI, which stands for Targeted Individual. It began in January of 2009. My baby sister, when she passed away, she was also a targeted individual, but we didn't know what that was. We didn't understand. I believed my sister. I just could not wrap my mind around it. And I could not wrap my mind around the fact that my government could be that backstabbing, and that with that, it could be betray us to that depth and degree. My sister's death is due to the CIA and their other government agencies and the minions. I'm on here to tell you that Satanism is not only real, but the other part that everybody's going to have a heck of a trouble trying to accept that our government agencies are not only part of these secret societies, which are all satanic. Okay, they have different names, but it's all the same thing. And it's also part of our military, and it's also been very incredibly and extremely weaponized. And they're going to call this space, and they're going to call them ETs. They're not. Okay? That's what we've been so brainwashed, including myself, because it took me, if it wasn't happening to me, I'm a TI, and this is happening to me. And even people in the TI community cannot accept what I'm saying. Okay, but we've gone through this like a billion times every time I have to go through this. Okay, there's going to be people that are government ops. Okay, they've been born into the program, and then they're sitting there taking notes on us so that they can dig in and sabotage us. So if you thought you were being heard like HERDING, like cattle, or some food source by your government agents or your perps, you've got other layers to deal with and contend with. Yeah, my perps. I have psychotronics and V2K. And like everything throughout my lack of a better word or phrase, I call it my TI career because it's a job. It becomes a job having to prove all of this, defend myself, protect myself, not just me, my family. And I know people, when they come at me and they threaten me and they start itemizing what I've said or who I'm talking to, that's a threat. Why are you taking notes on me? Why? I don't make this into a career like I'm making money off of it, but I'm pretty sure somebody's going to try and gaslight that and misconstrue it because you're working for our government agencies, our perps. That's a separate subject from the fact that it's literally a demonic program, okay? The ETs that I have to, I sometimes call them ETs for lack of a better word because people just have a hard time. We have been lied to so much, the brainwashing, the indoctrination. People are atheists. They want to be this and that, and la, 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 la. But nobody knows crap about it. They don't know the reality of it. And I'm faced with it on such a practical, just like here, physical 3D material world. With my psychotronics, which is part of the augmenting of the realities and these demons that they've always worked for, it's the same principle. As crazy and as odd as that may seem. Okay, I have my electronic perps with the psychotronics, but it's connected to the quantum computer. I get the human operator. I call it avatar because it's in an inanimate object. It's contending with this biological thing that it's real, but it's demonic. It is literal. Everything they said in the Bible and the book of Enoch, it's real. That's what's shocking. Yes, it's unbelievable. That's the hidden knowledge, okay? You want further proof? Why is my Ernst Frederick Lubing, who him and his little buddies escalated this stuff for me and my family on an international level because it was an international incidents on these levels that none of you guys, because you're too regular, ordinary people, we don't get on that level. We're not on that echelon. Okay, why is he into black magic, BDSM, black magic, sex, whatever, and connected to all that? Why? Why, and more why? Because it's literal. I told you, it's weaponized. It is real as day. And that's what they've been doing forever. We already know the thousands of years. We already know the Vatican and the black popes, and they're all Satanists. And basically and technically, they've been torturing the children. They don't just kill you. They torture you. And they torture you so that they can bring out the most demonic black entity they possibly can as a means of way of getting power. Okay, that's this whole thing. I know as crazy and insane as that may seem, because even I would have a hard time accepting that, except that it's happening to me on a one-on-one basis. I am a non-consensual human experimentation program that's being done to me by my government agency and Sweden. Okay, but it's weapons experimentation done remotely, wirelessly, okay? Like I try to tell people, wireless, whatever, happened in Tesla, same with scalar waves and all of that, and these weapons, all back in the late 1800s. Nothing new. They've been reading our minds since, at least we've got evidence that they have this wireless stuff since the 1947s. So what's going on in your head has never been private. We've had 1984 Big Brother. You just didn't know it. You still don't know it. You don't have to have psychotronics. You do not have to have V2K. Okay? They're doing it. But I could go into the stories. I'm not going to because it takes too damn long. Okay? It takes too long. But I want people to know this is very real, and it's as simple as that in a strange, weird, barbaric way. Okay? And it really is. It's real. So if you want to, there's people that are coming on doing their gaslighting on Facebook. Oh, this and this about Jesus and God, blah, 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 blah. You know what? If you're going to gaslight, you're going to continue to gaslight, because I told you, my stuff is real. I've already gotten a couple of evidence. I'll end up proving this again. I'm right on the road. I got no choice because my life and my family's life depend on it. It's imperative that I prove this. I don't really care if I blow the socks off of you guys. I really don't. I am way past that point. I am extremely past that point. I need to show you my AI perps, which we call AI. Really, it's technically the quantum computer. And they want to do the augmented reality, the transhumanism, and just make this whole new demonic space-like world. Yeah, that's all real, the Hunger Games and all that crap. But they're going to try and make it look glamorous and beautiful. But you don't get, there really is, you're going to lose your soul. Okay? You're going to live in this, you're not even going to be considered elite enough. They have, the thing is that we didn't know that demons had all this technology. That was what was so new about the Nazi occultism, okay? And that's what America had to learn. And you will literally see some of these people kind of giving this weird look and going, whatever. They had a hard time themselves. But our agencies, our government agencies, and they all have become so possessed. And I don't mean obsessed, possessed. They have literally physiologically have changed. They are no longer whatever we are, which is human. They are no longer normal because you can't do what they do and exist, because it takes a physical toll on you. You will literally get sick, cancer, etc., so on and so forth. You cannot be negative and hope to continue to exist. That's how nature and God made it and intended it to be that way. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not here to argue about religions. I'm here to tell you this is truth and this is fact. Be careful. Very, very careful. Okay, they're going to try and hide it. They're going to try and deny it. That's why they've been keeping it a secret, and they would actually literally murder people to keep this a secret, like Philip Schneider and CIA leaving their calling cards. And you got to watch. When they say your words have power, they kid you not. Okay? Why would they put this stupid little, what is it? Demonic, I can't remember, devil, whatever that thing is, statue in Arkansas in their what is it, in their kind of courtyard of the capital of Arkansas. Why? Why are they Masons? Why are they all part of that? There's supposed to be a separation. My point to you of all this is to prove this is happening. Not only is it happening, it exists. It is very real. Okay, why did Ted Gunderson die? Do you know who Ted Gunderson is? He was a director of the FBI and the field office in LA. Okay? He was a top dog at the FBI. He was uncovering and proving, when he became a private citizen, he became an investigator, and he was proving these are very high elites, Satanism, and what they were doing to the children. The child torturing and killing and murdering of these children, where they literally, you can look it up, watch the videos, listen to them when he's talking and giving, and the woman with them while she's trying to hide her children, her boys, because her husband turned gay. I'm not against LGBTQ. There's some reason that community, some of them, because I know some really good, commendable people, I will not throw out the baby with the bathwater. That's for some reason part of it. I don't know why. I just know it is. There's a lot of that, transgender, why in the Hollywood, the celebrities, the red shoes, they're all into the molestation, torture, sacrificing, human sacrificing of these children. Okay, it is all about to drum up the demons, become possessed. It is sexual rituals. And then it is very addictive, apparently, on more than one level. I do believe that these people not only become possessed by some kind of demon, because that's kind of when you're augmenting two realities, the third dimension and the fourth dimension, the demonic world, where they're trying to bring that in here, just like it was prophesied through the book of Enoch and also the Bible. That is what they're doing. And those are who they're serving, quite literally. Okay? You believe me not? It's going to be coming in our faces at some point very, very soon. Okay? And they're going to come in and do their Hunger Games. And they're going to try and do it. This is an ET thing. Because for some reason, it's more palatable to us to think, oh, just another species. It's from some other place else. But they've lied so much, it's not funny. And I had to deal with this on this level. I know somebody's going to try and intellectualize it because no, we don't want to accept this. Okay? And I'd rather it wasn't, but that's not the case. And I finally have to get to this point where I have to accept it, because there's no point to any of this. If it's just an alien, why would you want to kill me? Why do you want to kill me? Why do you hate me? Why anything? I mean, if this is enlightenment and we're all mature, why are you acting like this? So they're very parasitic. They're very unclean spirits, literally. And they're scavengers. They need you. They need the human counterpart. They need your physicality. And they need your spirit soul, because they ain't got nothing but squat, crap, and garbage. That's why they send out the computer avatar of that human operator from that government agency. Because if they had the human part, let's just hypothetically say we had the tech to do that. Maybe they did, probably do, because they're here in my reality, attacking me and my family constantly all the time. But they don't have this place completely. But that's still another story and another subject. And they keep serving them up. They must have made a deal so bad and so horrendous, and a contract so thick and long, tall and wide, they can't get out of it. They will be killed. I already know Ernst Frederick Lubing, because they showed me. Because it's like TV channels and radio channels, and you can turn on and off. And they show it to me, and it's part of the augmented reality. It's part of the psychotronics, the V2K. You can see and you can hear them. This is just, some are saying this is holographic. When I'm starting to hear that from people, especially in certain positions within the TI community, I'm starting to think that's gaslighting. You're intentionally trying to hide this part, an extremely important, very crucial part of this program. And when you do that, you're doing it on purpose, and then you're also jeopardizing our lives on a very deep level. And I do want to say this. There's a lot of people that have been complaining about the TI community and the leaders, and they've been doing it independently from each other. and they're giving out the information. It's unsolicited. I'm not asking for it, but that's what they've been doing, and they've been saying over and over and over. There's not one person. There's lots of people. I'm not even asking. It has gone like wildfire. I have nothing to do with it. I've already accepted a long time ago that we had an imperfect groups. I accepted that because our TI reality is we have to accept what we got because we got nothing else. Not that I'm condoning it. It's just that if I want information, I accept it and I keep my distance. There's other people that completely keep away. And then I'm hearing other things, and I find it very interesting, but it also gets me angry and it gets me mad. I don't like veiled threats. I'm fighting for the lives of my family. I get angry, and if people get pissed off because I say I'm going to be the new Nazi hunter because I want to uncover and catch me some uncovered government ops that are acting like being perps and pretending to be TIs within the community, you got bigger issues than I know and realize. But I'm not here to play games, and I'm not here to run a popularity contest because this really literally is, this is war. It's been war, but it's just a covert one. It was undeclared, etc. Oh, well, purposely, but in their satanic way, they'll tell you, they'll give you these things because we got certain codes. Oh, lovely. Very lovely. And then I have these arguments with people that have some law degree, some education, but yet they don't realize the United States lost its sovereignty in 1933. How are you justifying the fact that we are a corporation and then they're legislating laws? How do you do that? It's 1 and 1 equals 2. It's simple. It's not deep logic. Corporations can do policy. Do you take orders from a corporation? If it's your company you work for, you might. But as a regular person, you tell them go screw off and kill themselves and die quite quickly. They cannot legislate law. They cannot invoke state secrets privilege. You're a corporation. Satanic blowhards. Creeps that gave your soul over to something else and tried to cover it up and call it space program. That's what they've been lying to us about. That's the reality. Sad, sick, but true. And we have to come to terms with it. Come to terms and accept that. Because not all of us wanted to be even Christians. I'm a Buddhist. I'm in this. I don't really care. I didn't frankly care. I wasn't against you. I was against Satanism. And for good reason, because they kill people. They kill children. They torture them. And they satanically bind them into the spirit world, etc., so on and so forth. That's what all the spirit cooking is about and all that garbage, putting human feces, human urine, female mensa blood, and aborted fetuses and all that crap and garbage. It's disgusting as they possibly can because they're trying to curse you to get more power. Hey, my demonic god devil, look at what I'm doing. I'm doing good for you, aren't I? Man, you guys make some really lousy business deals. As demonic and satanic as you are, didn't anybody, gosh, man, the dumbest person could tell you, you make a deal with the devil, you always lose. You lose. You ain't ever going to win. Not even if you keep some distance. That's not how it works. Winner takes all. He takes all. He consumes you. That's it. And screws you over. And you're like, ha, 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 ha. You trusting me? Screwball? You scumbag, low-class, low-life idiot. You freaking idiot. But I digress because we're still living with humans that are working for these government organizations, and also there's different levels of them that are hiding within the community. And that is what they're doing. And it's sad, it's disgusting, it's dangerous, but that is what they're doing. I'm disappointed. To say that I'm disappointed is an incredible, extreme underestimation. And I already had one person coming through and documenting all my stuff and what I do for my San Luis Obispo County Sheriff's Department, who's graduated from deputy coroner all the way to commander and out to DHS with my ex-in-laws, and sending in undercover government ops with all the signatures that possibly, when they're relaying the message to me, that could not possibly have been given to me without prior knowledge before I became a TI. So if you want to be like an op competing with an op, then I'll have to change my game plan, because that's what you're treating me like, that I'm some kind of something, and I'm not. But that's okay, because I'm interested in blowing the whistle on this, I'm political, I'm involved in the law, and I'm involved in the government. I'm involved in the human race, and I'm involved in freeing the human race. Because quite literally, if we don't have the earth and freedom of the human race, we ain't got nothing. So all you people that are bitching, I want money, there's something wrong with you. You think that you can ride off my back and steal my work, and that somehow if you get money, you're going to be okay? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you think that, well, I'll just become like an ET, demonic ET, and one of their agents, and maybe I'll get off the hook and they'll let me live. I hear they have a very fierce hierarchy, and humans are extremely low on the totem pole. That they even call my government agency perps slaves. That's the FBI. She's my main perp. I called her handler, but that was just a terminology. I was just trying to find something to describe it. Anyway, because she played good cop, bad cop on me for the longest time, which I ended up learning, besides getting used and screwed over on this international level, when I should have been protected from Ernst Fredrik Lubing out of Sweden. Because if that wasn't a terrorist, I don't know what is. And if they're in counterintelligence or counterterrorism, all they did was make buddies with them, friends with them, and made more deals so that they could oppress and suppress Russia. It's like a poker game. That's all that happened. They made sure they take care of themselves. I got screwed big time. Big time. In so many ways, it's not even funny. It's ridiculous. And then I have, what do you call it? What's the saying goes? You know, add insult to interest. Add insult to injury. I have people in the TI community trying to screw me over, shut me up, play this game, blah, blah, blah. Let me see how I can profit off of this, like 600,000 billion ways. I mean, if I was taking notes, I would like to sit there and measure how long you're going to survive thinking you're going to do this in this demonic program. We can use those rules, and I can use that as a measurement. You can't sell your soul enough to win. Don't believe me? Ask the celebrities. The celebrities and the acting community, the film community, the music community, and also the athletes. And they seem to be killing a lot of black people lately. Because, what is it? Because they're so tremendously talented? Something's up with that. You know, because you got Whitney Houston, you got her daughter, you have Prince, you have who? You have Prince, you have Kobe Bryant. Yeah, we have him. I'm losing track. There's so many. I just keep losing track of them. And I find that interesting and strange all at the same time. So I know that, and it's happening. But I don't know if they're the good people of there, because I know Whitney Houston, I think she wanted to become a gospel singer or something. Apparently that was a big no-no. You know? I mean, you drown. Well, they had to put all these drugs. It was a lie. There's something about it that I sensed her death before it even happened. Or maybe before they even were talking about it publicly in the newspapers, because I was sensing it. And that makes much more sense to me, especially when it becomes demonic and satanic in nature, because they're using your death. And, in the bathtub. Nobody does. Okay? Just give me. That's disgusting. Let me throw up. And then the red shoes and Epstein, in the hiding of Epstein, you don't put people that are connected to spies in regular general population prisons. Okay? That's a political criminal. Political. He belonged to get your military, pick their dumb ass up, throw them into some kind of military prison like they did with Manning, and then have your military court cases. But they didn't want everybody, the public, to know anything about it. We had to hide it. We have to pretend his suicide, but everything was breaking down. But so everybody's so stupid because they just fall for this stupid psychological warfare, which they call psyops. CIA just thinks everyone is dumber than dirt with 600,000 below negative 0 IQ. They throw it in your face and then call you a jerk on top of it and think you're ugly, and in any old way they can just completely insult you. Dead man switch. He's off somewhere underground base like usual, just like he did in stupid, disgusting Epstein Island, where they're going in these alternative conservative media going on the island, sneaking in. They're going, oh, what's this big wood thing? What's this big wood thing? It is a conveyor belt. It is an elevator that's going down a shaft to the military bunker bases down there where everything is taking place. All their sick shit. What they do to those kids and those children, those orgies, that's where it takes place. All that ugly crap, that's where it's happening. And I'll tell you this much. There's only 2 groups that can afford to do that. Have those bases, those underground. Those are spies and military. Everything looks great on top, and in fact, really disgustingly boring. But you can feel the vibes. It's all wrong. Okay? It's unfortunate, but that's the reality we're stuck dealing with. Yep, and we're going to have to face it. More than face it. We're going to have to fight it. Oh, I don't know what about you, but I'm going to fight it. People that are normal are going to fight it. And when they kill your children, try and figure this out and understand that that's the greatest insult they can do against you. Kill your species. Kill it in such a way that they're making a statement. That includes your baby abortions. I'm hearing one woman did something like 12 abortions. I'm like, what in the hell is wrong with you? Abortion is not meant to be birth control. And not only that, your baby fetuses are a cream of the crop for their experiments. Get over it, and quick, because your life depends upon it. Really quick. Quit allowing them to mind control you. Mind control you and emotionally control you. They did too good of a job on their psychological MK Ultra. And this stupid media, we need to grab that and sue the hell out of them. I can't wait. We take too long. Barr drags his ass, goes really slow. Do a class action suit. I like what Candace Owens is doing. She's going after Zuckerberg. Believe me, he's been in those deep caverns in those military underground bases because he looks like he's been too long in some kind of basement. You know, you got that look. Absolutely, completely, no denying that crap. And that garbage. Okay. So he's been around all that Satanism, and it's just and the things they do with those children. Okay. And you got leaked pictures of Lady Gaga. What the hell are these people, these sick people, doing walking this earth? What are these sick Satanists doing walking this earth? Why are they allowed? These celebrities. Oh, gosh. Yes, they are. You want to take, I'm a TI. I got stuck having to learn about this crap. Okay? I couldn't be in my little world somewhere in a bubble somewhere off. Okay? We can take this same mind-reading tech and read their stupid psychotic little brains. If you want proof and evidence, that's what they call pre-crime, which is interesting. Why is it pre-crime? It's not pre-crime. They already did it. They already have it. I told you that. I'm 57. I got events happening when I was 8 years old, realizing what's going on here. So they have this stuff, this tech since 1947. They can read your mind wirelessly. So they probably had drones, the whole thing. We're just not aware of it. And who in their right mind ever in the whole world would ever think that demons had tech, spacecraft, this, that, interdimensional? Not I. Not I. No, I have to come closer up front, go, okay. Yeah, I'm at least admit my faults. I'd like to be about 600 years ahead of the freaking game. I don't like this at all. I don't like this being done to my family. I've already lost 6 family members and friends. My best friends of 34 years and his dad, who was a World War II vet. My aunt, my baby sister, my late husband, my best friend of 34 and his dad, and my nephew's father. That's 6. They're working on the rest of us. And I have my FBI Latina agent. She gets extremely mad at me because I fight her, my psychotronics, because it's a kind of form of weaponization. They weaponized my brain, my mind. And as one person who's a satellite engineer, he says, like they're beaming the IP addresses into your head, your brain, from the satellites, and they're using your brain as an augmented reality, as a chat room or a virtual reality meeting or whatever, satellite up in the sky, but they're using my brain to conduct their business, their war games. That's what I've come in contact with. And not only that, they can be around me. You would know it, though. But I'm on the task of proving that. That's why I have the use equipment, and I do have the person who did my body scan showing under FCC frequencies, whatever, it's exclusive federal use frequencies on me, the 239.99 megahertz. And it covers FM radio, TV broadcasting, and aircraft communications. So you people that don't think you have psychotronics and they're reading your mind and you have the aircraft going around you, like the helicopters or the drones, oh, yes, you do. High five. Okay, and someone's saying, oh, I'm not an engineer or this, that. God forbid I was. Okay, they hit me right here. Those are my little American perps, psycho piece of craps. And that's my DHS usually, or my X. They kind of want to hide behind. I'm trying to figure out what that noise is. They try to hide behind my ex-in-laws. But I'm going to expose it. And I will have that equipment. Don't worry. I build. I work on it and I build. I build and I build and I build. My job is to expose, expose, expose. I don't want hidden, hidden, hidden. I don't want any more criminals. I don't want any more people thinking they're going to profit off of this. They can tell from about a mile away, these drones already, before they send out the Terminator type of drones, because they want to defund the police because they want the funding to go into the drones. Hear me? Okay, they already captured and hijacked the black people and the people of colors suffering, and then make a game out of it and use you as cover. Okay, so that you can do the propaganda for them, thinking they're going to save you. Your slave owners are going to save you. Because quite literally, that is the translation. You're working for the man. So I'm tired of the sickness and the insanity. Okay, Kamala Harris is an Eastern Star. She is a Mason, so down with law enforcement, police force, the blue, what do you call it, brotherhood. It's not funny. It is not. It is ridiculous, okay? Okay, so I'm trying to get this across to you. They can tell what your intentions are, your emotions are, what gender you are, what you identify, your gender you identify with, etc. Your age, your DNA. They can see through your body like TSA. I can't do that. Read your mind. They know. Good person, evil person. What else is going on with you? There's a profile on you. Got a police record, what kind of things you did wrong, how many drugs you did, etc. I can get into your deep psychic, whatever you think you're trying to hide. They can do and do. So if you're evil out there, get this straight. I'm not down with your game. Okay, you want to play? Because I already know they're like that. They'll have levels. I already know they pride themselves on fooling us. Your CIA spycraft, sending them in. So, with that said, I'm saying that, and yeah, I don't like my good nature to be used and abused. And they're kind of trying to make a statement that it's a weakness. I'm not here to be judged by these people that are sick and that are down for this satanic program, because it literally is that. And it's going to come down to that. It's going to come down to that. It's going to be cleaning, the wheat from the shaft. It's going to come down, because that's the only way you're going to be able to try and find out if they're real or not. But they have them undercover, even in their Christian religions and the religions. And we're going to have to do it. You don't have a choice. We might even have to use the technology. But you got to be sure you make sure you use it on the government. Because I'm going to tell you this also while I got you here, and I don't want to forget it. But Comey, see, I have the psychotronics, and the dudes, the directed energy weapons, they hit you, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, what are they saying? What am I thinking? They're doing it on Comey. He was the director of the FBI. And my FBI Latina agent kept going, see. She was trying to tell my Swedes, we'll just call them Swedes, satellite Swedes, whatever, interdimensional, whatever you want to call them, until we got absolute, complete, total proof and evidence that they serve. See, we're doing this. I told you. Well, also, not on him, but I've seen it on Elon Musk. That's what I'm saying. When you're a victim of these technologies and weapons that are being used on you remotely and electronics, because you can't see with the naked eyes, but you can see their body language. You can see it. And what's going inside their brain, what they're hearing and listening to, and what they're paying attention to. They're hearing and they see them. Elon Musk. Comey. Who else have I seen? Oh, Zuckerberg. He's underground. He's different. I did not get that impression of Elon Musk, even though a lot of people hate him and call him evil. And the UN, the woman that worked for the UN, they're going after them. Thank God. She had a list. She had a litany, a list. But whenever I see them, I will bring them up but these are government agents. They do that. They use the weapons on them. They've done it to cops. I've seen them. I've seen it. Okay, that's how they keep them in control. They keep them in check. I've seen the Swedes. I've seen them do it to Congress. I've seen them do it to Rand Paul. I've seen them do false flags in Senator Wyden's Oregon. He did not like that. He was pissed, but he did what they told him to do. He rolled out the ugly garbage. Oh, the social working this, or the opioid that, the CIA isn't. I didn't mean to say that. We got to do the big ugly stuff. And the CIA brought in the synthetic opioid from China. And Obama, 2015, America and China worked out the COVID-19 before Trump was even a thought in anyone's mind about running for presidency, or at least this one. Okay, that would happen. And the Swedes were in discussion and talks with them. It's all a cover-up. Big time cover-up for this international incident. Okay, and they're all connected. The monarchy is the aristocracy. They're very connected to this demonic Satanist crap and garbage. Crowley. What else is going on? But they're even saying that the Queen of England is a reptilian, but they're all like that. All like that. Churchill, all of them. All of them. Even the symbols like the V, it's like victory. These are all of their crap, garbage. I rebuke that. So my point is, understand that, accept that as a reality, and still take it logically and deal with it step by step. And then you'll make a decision, because I prefer people making a personal decision, but it really is black and white, and they do steal, rob, and enslave you on a soul level. So you do have to care about that. Okay, they go by spiritual law, some of them, but they do everything backwards and they lie. They have no problem whatsoever about that. And that's what Ernst Frederick Lubing, who are literal black magic Satanists and brag about how they're magicians and they're sorcerers and crap like that and garbage. And we're the elites. We're the satanic elites. And you have to be a Satanist in order to be elite, to be part of our club and our group. Okay, so you prefer death upon yourself. I mean, yeah, I'm tired of the ignorance. Okay, you you reap what you sow. You beget what you sow. You live by the sword. You die by the sword. If you want annihilation, especially on that level, down to the children, down to the satanic level, you're killing yourself. It's probably what they're doing with the psychotronic, not the psychological warfare, when they're using the activist groups, and when they get the own, like for instance, like in Libya, they get their own people, they infiltrate, the CIA infiltrates and get their own people to kill Gaddafi, their leader, destroy their country, turn it into rubble, and allow the CIA and the little groupies like the Swedes and the NATO and their allies and the UN military to steal all their, valuable resources like their gold and their fossilized water or whatever, steal it, take away, and you partook in your own death of killing of yourself like a freaking ignorant moron. And that's what they're doing with Black Lives Matter, blah blah blah. They're not organic. They are made. They are CIA, Soros, all of them. Those are their constructs. That's all part of their urban guerrilla warfare. Okay, or James Helm and all that, color revolution, etc., so on and so forth. Those are military tactics. That's military theater. You're seeing and watch right in your face, right in your eyes. Okay, but they're wearing civilian clothing and they hide behind them instead of wearing camouflage and hiding in trees. But that's what I wanted to say. I want people to understand that, start to get to understand that, and just be very black and white about it. Understand that these are all weaponized. It's all militarized, and it's as real. It's very real, and I'm going to get to the point where I'm actually proving it. I'm not here for anything else. I'm really not. And this is about saving lives. It's quite literal, extremely literal, and you can die more than one death. You die on a physical plane, and then you can die in the fourth dimension on a spiritual level. You don't want to deal with that. They always said that the spiritual one was much more important than this one. And we're having to come to, we're going to have to face, we're coming head on with it. And we're going to be facing it head on. You're not going to be able to get out of it and gloss out of it and try and hide somewhere because they're coming after you. It's kind of like Terminator. Literally. And you heard it here. Okay, so everybody take care. God bless. Understand it, because not just your physical life depends upon it, but your soul. It's not me that's after it. Okay? No. Get a grip, because you don't want to go on the wrong side. You do not want to be on the wrong side of history, like they say. And it is literal. Okay, I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's true. It's real. A lot of people call it Babylonian. I call it basically Noah. Yep, this is going to be it. Okay, take care, everybody. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye now.